Hello everyone. In this project, we'll be building a feature in a personal finance app. And this feature majorly helps customers to monitor what they spend on, the amount of their spendings over a period. Create an array for the expenses. Then let's create a menu or home. Yeah, you can see this better now. You can say define print home. So let's print kindly choose from the following. Then print one. Add a new expense. Let's simply copy this and repeat it. Two can be for removal. Three can be for listing an expense or listing our expenses. For exits. All right. Having done this, let's create the function to list all expenses. So define list all expenses. Print. Here is a list of all your expenses so far. Counter can be set to 1. Then for expense in the expenses array, remember? So for expense in expenses, counter should always increment by 1. And for this, we can maybe print it this way and say print counter let's use this as a decorator. Expense. Amount. Expense category. Something is not right. Simply get your curly braces right and your quotations right. Okay, let's try to put some text decoration and say string. Okay, should make it a bit more beautiful. Moving on to define remove expense or remove expenses. Can say while true and kind of use try catch or what we know in Python as try except. Try expense to remove is assigned to integer inputs. Yeah. Now exception is that string the array starts from 0. Remember. Okay, maybe we should break this and say that delete out of expenses, out of the expenses array, re- delete expense to remove. Yeah, that should fix it. Then you can print that let's try something. That way we have removed an expense. So let's try to add by simply saying define add expense. Expense is assigned to amount, 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 category, category, day, day. All right. Now we'll create arguments or internal parameters that will be infused into this function by saying amount, category, day. That should work. Then for the addition to be part of the array, we will have to append it by saying expenses append expense. And this looks good. We will still test everything with time, but right now let's create a main function for proper execution. So if name is assigned to is equal to main while true print home. Remember that we've declared home initially. So option selected is input. Input. Yeah. If it's the case that option selected is equal to 1, print how much was this expense. While true, try amount to add. input we did this so that the dollar sign will already be there whenever a user is trying to interact with the application or the program. So let's break it and say except string that was quite an invalid input. So let's try to get the category as well. And let's say while true, try catch or try except expense to expand category time to input. We don't have to put integer because we're not really expecting an integer. So we should put this. Break it, then create the exception over here. If you don't really understand how to use try catch or try except, let me know so I can create a proper video to explain it better for you. And right there we are done. So let's try to ask for the date. String try day of purchase is assigned to input. Yeah, break out of it. Then say accepts. The others are pretty simple. Since we've defined the functions ahead, you can just say elif option selected is same thing as 2. Then we'll call remove expenses. Elif, you can simply copy and paste. Three. What should it call by when it is 3? That is list expenses. List all expenses. Elif 4 should break out of the loop. Yeah, break. Else string that was quite an invalid input. I think everything looks good. Let's check it out. Now let's test our code. Okay. All right, these are minor issues. Let's try to fix them. Let's simply copy and paste it to populate it. All right, we should be set now. Okay, so let's try to add an expense. Say one uh, expenses. Simply $3,000. What category? Gadgets. I made this purchase on the 9th of December 2024. Okay, let's try to remove an expense. Our function here is not working. Our function here is not working. So let's test others and fix it later. So let's test list all expenses. So you can see 6. It's a minor box. So right now let's kind of test program again and try to remove an expense. So let's say number 3. As you can see, the expense is removed. So let's try to list it again. Let's try to remove clothing. So let's say 0. Yeah. What if when we're trying to remove, we say numbers like 10? We get this error that the array starts from 0. So it means it doesn't even reach 10 in terms of the numbering. And if you want to get out of the loop, you need to put a break keyword here. Then if you want to get out of the loop, you simply put 4 and that settles it.